The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Saints.
We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Rattler wants to throw it. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw. Here's Rattler. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Tui below 2. Got in and dropped him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Rattler. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Throwing is Rattler. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Rattler. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To the air is Rattler. Under pressure, and down he goes. Tui below 2. His 2nd sack of the night. Here comes the Saints punter now. Back deep for L.A. is Darius Davis. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
Faking the give, Darnold. Ball caught, it's Rice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And, wow, this is no ordinary try here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone in the coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Yeah, here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here's 3rd and 10. Darnold. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Deep for New Orleans is Rashid Shaheed. Bust through the tackle. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6. He gets it complete to A.T. Perry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. From the gun, here's Rattler. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the shotgun, Rattler. Complete to Olave on the out route. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Perry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 7. Throwing once more, here's Rattler. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Chris Olave. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Getting the football to Davis on an out route. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And that is incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Back to Kamara for another catch. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second and 4. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. To the air once more is Rattler. Completes it to Perry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Rattler working out of the gun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's Darnold. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now Rattler. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. From the gun, he'll hand this off. He stiff-arms it, and he is out of bounds right around the 34. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Darnold. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. To throw is Darnold. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Ager, to kick this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the final return. Touchdown, LA. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The New Orleans offense set to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
He completes it to Olave.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Here's Rattler. Into the hands of Perry, complete.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Olave motioning to the left. Rattler wants to throw it.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perry. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
And Rattler, he'll throw again.
And it's caught. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
To the air is Rattler. This one swung out to Williams.
Touchdown! Jamal Williams taking it in.
And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. A point after, goodbye groupie.
And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
The Chargers going to take over now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Darnold eluding the pressure right. Fighting his way through contact. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Here's Darnold. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. The Chargers offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. The Charger drive about to get going. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Now Darnold. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Second down and 6 now. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Dulin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
That's another Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Faking the give, Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sets up 3rd down and goal.
They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Saints offense and Spencer Rattler getting ready for this next possession. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, it's Rattler. Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Olave motioning to the left. Rattler from the gun, third down. And that is incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Well, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. And Darnold's going to change the play. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Chargers have taken the lead here this third quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 17-14. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Deion Henley. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Saints' 40-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as back now. It's SoFi. In Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Johnson goes in motion left. And the catch made by Johnson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
the Saints' 26-yard line.
The play fake, and it's Darnold. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Saints are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run it again with Miller. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Saints on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So out come the Chargers. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First down at the 45-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. We'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Here's Darnold. His throw incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Ashton Doolin, 44 yards. And the Chargers will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early. And sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. First carry of the game for Hassan Haskins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 3 yards. Chargers are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Hayner looking to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Over first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a third one.
Yeah, now from this spot on third down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Hassan Haskins.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Completes it to Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one. On the catch and run.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Hayner here to throw it. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. To throw is Hayner. Touchdown, Saints. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
Hayner will look to throw for this.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On the give, it's Vidal. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball.